Do not try these acts on your own. Each of the performers you see tonight is a trained professional, and I use that word loosely, risking their very life for your entertainment. The performers, production company, event and its sponsors insist you do not, I repeat, do not try any act you see here tonight ever, and will not be responsible for any accident, maiming, dismemberment, or death you bring upon yourself or others for trying what we just told you not to do.
Do you guys see a monkey?
Boys and gentlemen, are you ready to have a good time? Well, then, my friends, you've come to the right place. Your Freak Show Deluxe, here all the way from Hollywood, California, with our show, Ghost Modern Spook Box. Guaranteed every show you'll see one ghost before the show is over. But right now, let me introduce you to our cast of characters. My friends, I have scoured the country to bring you the best people I can, and here they are. This first young lady, of course, has appeared in New York City's Fashion Week on the runway. She has her own documentary on MTV and is known around the world for being one of the very few, one of the very real, live. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dakota, the bearded lady. Our next performer cut her teeth on this stage right here, and since that time has been everywhere, from Coney Island in New York City to the Magic Castle in Hollywood, California, and every place in between. Please put your hands together for the one and only Mad Mads! And of course, I'm your host of the show, your right reverend Tommy Gunn. Now, your Freak Show Deluxe specializes in the classic carnival sideshow acts, the kinds of things used to be seen on fairs and midways across the country. And our show really only has 3 rules. Rule number 1, you must have fun. We can't have fun up here unless you are having fun out there. Or rule number 2, we need to know how much fun you're having, so whenever you see something you like, we expect you to scream and yell. Very nice. See something you don't like, scream and yell anyway. We might get better. And rule number 3, should you become confused, overwhelmed, or discombobulated by the amazing and astounding things you see upon our stage, you forget where you are and what you should be doing. Just follow rule number 3. Do what the sign says. We have 3 signs, 3 simple directions. We're going to go through with you right now. So here we go. Sign number 1, do what the sign says. Hey, look, I got the clap. All right, second sign, twice as loud. So loud in here, everybody in Fort Frontier wants to come running in to see what's happening. Sign number 2. Oh, that was nice, like the wind blowing through here. All right, I hope for sign number 3. 3 times as loud, so loud, everyone in the whole park wants to come running in. Sign number 3. Nicely done. Give yourselves a big round of applause, my friends. You absolutely deserve it. Now, as I said, your Freak Show Deluxe specializes in the classic carnival sideshow acts. That's what I'm going to get this show started with. But to do it right, I first need a volunteer from the audience. Yes, your hand was up. Come on up here. Give my volunteer a big round of applause, my friends. Go ahead. Oh, yes, they deserve it. I don't even know what they're in for. Fantastic. Stand here. Hi. Get him right here, my darling. What's your name? No one cares. This isn't about you right now. Right? This is about me. Let's see. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a classic act of the carnival sideshow. It's called the Human Blockhead. It was made very famous by the one, the only Melvin Burkhart, who has since passed beyond, cover your heart, since passed beyond us now. We keep his memory alive every single time we do it. It's really very simple, all right? Two simple tools I'm going to talk about that you guys came in with. I'm talking about this. 1 6-inch long steel spike, sharp on one and a dull on the other. Absolutely real. Take that in your hands. I need you to verify for everybody here it's real, that it does not bend. Try to bend it. It does not twist. Try to twist it. It does not collapse in any way. Is it a real steel spike? Yes, it is. Thank you. Now, next. 1 genuine hickory-handled 16-ounce claw hammer. Take a good look at it. Make sure it's the real deal, too. No mirror, no rubber, no trap doors. You can even knock it on the stage a couple times. So be careful. It's a rental. All right. So is it real? All right. Now, the reason I brought what's-her-face up here to show you that these are real is because during this show, there is no magic. There is no illusion. All right? That sort of thing takes talent. I'm not going to find any of that on this stage while I'm up here. So, now here's how the act works. I'm going to take this 6-inch long steel spike, pointy end first, with a genuine hickory handle, 16-ounce claw hammer. I'm going to drive the spike directly into the center of the skull, through the nose. It hurts a lot. But here's a life lesson for you and all you kids out there. We only hurt the ones we love. So, obviously I'm doing this to myself. Take a good look. I'm going to place the spike against the side of my skull. You can see the pointy end goes all the way back into the brain pan. So one wrong move, one mistake, the pointy end could go to my brain, damaging me irrevocably. Unless my parents are right all those years, there's really nothing there. You get that a lot, don't you? It's because you're blonde. Here, hold this. All right, here we go. A few taps to get it started. And once started, oh, hold on. Oh, I hit something soft. Ladies and gentlemen, how about that? Pretty impressive, right? I know. Don't make me start laughing. I can shoot and put that kid's eye out right there. Then you'll feel better, won't you? Now, of course, this is only half the act, right? Because everything that goes in must come back. Stand right over here, ladle. And you ever pry a nail out of a board before? This is nothing like that. Go ahead, both hands on that. If you please, hold it nice and steady. I'm going to hold this. You just hold it steady. I will pull it out. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, how about that? Now I happen to have a prize right over here for you in the bucket. Please go ahead and grab a prize out of there for yourself. Oh, sorry, I thought it was some blood, but it's not. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for my lovely assistant. Give it up for her. She was great. Well done. Well done. Now it's time for me to bring to the stage, my friends, put your hands together for my lovely sister, the one, the only, Dakota, the bearded lady. Give it up.
Last show he took the microphone with him. Anyway, no, you won't. It's mine. How are we doing tonight, everyone? We having fun? Yeah? All right. Well, that's good. The Freak Show Deluxe show is all about fun, but even more, we are about danger, doing dangerous things, and I'm here to bring you a little more danger. Now, before I do, I am sure you all have a lot of questions. Don't worry, I have answers. Yes, yes, no, yes, and only on Thursdays. No. There, I've answered all of your questions. No, but the number one question I get asked is your beard real? Yes, it is real. I have a condition that makes it so not only do I grow a beard better than every single man in this room, but I also don't feel pain the same way that you all do. Now, what I mean by that is I don't feel pain. I'm going to give you all a little biology lesson. It takes about 2 pounds of pressure to break the bones in your body. And what I have with me right here, this little varmint trap delivers about 5 pounds of pressure. And let's just see what those 5 pounds of pressure can do, yeah? Alright, this carrot is thicker than any of the bones that I am going to be putting on display today. And oh my gosh, something like on my face. Not the first time that's happened. Thank you, one person who got that. That is not a bear trap, kiddo. It is a varmint trap. This is for trapping raccoons, possums, and unruly children.
Stop distracting her.
All right, so now we know what 5 pounds of pressure can do to something thick and all over the bones in my hand. Now that's a good thing because that is exactly what is going to go into that trap. Are y'all ready? All right. Alrighty. I know, right? Now the varmint trap is cute. I think y'all might want a little bit more. Good. That is good to hear because as our lovely little friend in the front row said, something about a bear trap. Well, it just happened to be in luck, kiddo, because I brought one with me. Now this is so strong I need him to help me open it up. It takes a bear to open a bear trap. Alrighty. We went hand first, so think I can get a countdown from all of y'all? What? 3! Alright. And this right here is why they call me the Trap Queen of Tulsa. Alright, everyone, I'm going to go have our lovely representative from Oklahoma Fish and Wildlife help get this off my arm. While I do that, I'm going to give y'all back over to the Reverend Tommy Gunn.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dakota. And let's bring to the stage our own Mad Mads. There they are, lovely. Now look, there's another great show that happens every weekend on this stage. It's called Magic of the Night. It is a wonderful magic and illusion show that is also filled with talented singers and dancers. And we promised that while we were doing dangerous things on this stage, we would not allow any harm to come to our good friends who are doing those other shows. So, that is why Mads is going to put down this tarp on the ground like so. Very nice. Why does Mads need to put down a tarp, you ask? As well you may. I'm going to show you. Well, I'm sorry. They are going to show you right now. Mads, when you're ready, please. Ah, yes. My friends, you're looking at about 15 pounds of broken glass right there. Look at that. Beer bottles, wine bottles, liquor bottles. It looks like the floor of the Freak Show Deluxe tour bus after a single night on the road. Now, here's what's going to happen. Mad Mads is an amazing display of bravery. We're going to walk on this pile of broken glass and remain unhurt. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but they got those big clunky boots on. Of course they are. No, my friends. In an amazing display, Mads will remove the boots, remove the stockings, exposing the bare bottoms of their feet. Enjoy yourself, sir. Some guy on the internet paying good money for a show like that right now. You're getting it here as part of your Freak Show Deluxe experience. Now, once they're off, take a good look, if you would, at the bottom of Mads' feet. You can see there's no Hollywood special effects. There's no tricks. It's nothing but the pink, delicate flesh and bottoms of their feet versus these sharp and shattered shards of broken glass. And I don't just want you to watch. I want you to listen as well. Mads, when you're ready. Oh, that's right. You can hear it cracking, breaking underneath their weight as they begin to walking on that pile of broken glass. Each crack, each break means another razor-sharp shard of glass ready to slice through their feet. And once they've walked on it enough, they're feeling comfortable. What's next? Go! They're gonna stomp on it like they'll stomp on your heart. A round of applause, please, for the unbelievable Mad Mads. Woo! Now I want to reassure all of you, especially you young children right now, that Mads is very brave. They might walk on broken glass. They might even stomp on it, but they would never ever jump on a pile of broken glass. Unless you yell really loud, you want to see it happen! All right, Mads, I'm here to support you and say to you, but I'm not watching. I've seen this before. When you're ready. Go. Oh, scared me. All right. injured. There we go. Take a good look at the bottoms of their feet, my friend. No cuts, no blood. Give it up for the unbelievable Mad Mads. Well done, Mads. Thank you so much. And of course, now it's time to turn over the stage one more time to the other star of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together again, please, for Dakota the Bearded Lady.
All right, y'all. You know, I've been in Oklahoma for about a month now. I've been having the time of my life. It's my first time in your lovely state. I've been doing a lot of stuff with all of my copious amounts of free time because, yes, I get a lot of free time. It's fantastic. I get to go shopping. I get to go get tattoos. Actually, I got a couple just yesterday. So what I'm going to do is actually really stupid tonight. No, but it's fun. I do a lot of window shopping on my days off, too. So my favorite place to go window shopping these days has been, I don't know if you guys have heard of this. It's called Tinder. Yeah, so I go on Tinder, I do a little window shopping on there, but it's really interesting because this has only ever happened to me here. Whenever I swipe right on someone and they swipe right on me, they start the conversation by sending me a picture. A picture that I did not ask for. And because there are children, it is one that I shall describe as a vegetable picture. And it actually gives me a really good opportunity to show these, let's call them farmers, because they obviously belong on farmers only with all the vegetables they're sending. It gives me a chance to show them why they call me the human cutting board. Now we all know what a cutting board is for. You put a vegetable on it, you get a knife, you chop up that vegetable, you know. Well, you know, you use the cutting board for protection for your counter. Well, I don't believe in protection. For cutting things! Mind out of the gutter! Alright, now here's what's going to happen. I'm going to take this cucumber and I'm going to take this razor sharp machete and I'm going to slice up the cucumber without cutting myself. You guys want to see it? I said, do you want to see it? Okay, so, yeah. What's really funny is that was actually right between where I got my two very fresh tattoos, one here, one here. I am hoping and praying that they are okay, but here's the thing I forgot to mention to y'all. I don't like the sight of blood. So, here's what's gonna happen. You guys are gonna take a look at my arm, and you are gonna let me know if my latest, I'm gonna call it art investment, is safe. Because I am absolutely terrified of what my tattoo artist would say if it was ruined. So I'm going to look over here. You guys are going to take a look at my arm, and if you see any cuts, if you see any blood, if you see any injuries of any kind, you're going to scream real loud. And if you don't see cuts, if you don't see blood, if you don't see any injuries of any kind, you are going to scream even louder. Now don't worry, I'm a professional. I will know the difference. Are you guys ready?
Yes!
All right, okay. Did you guys know that you scream with an accent? That's crazy. I can't tell the difference, so I'm just going to go ahead and ask, do you guys see any cuts? Do you see any blood? Do you see any injuries of any kind? Thank you. All right, y'all. I am going to hand the stage back over to my favorite sibling, and we're going to keep this show going. Welcome back, Tommy Gunn.
Thank you very much. Another round of applause for Dakota. Now, as I mentioned at the top of the show, your Freak Show Deluxe specializes in the classic carnival sideshow acts. Nothing is more classic than the act that I am about to do for you right now. An act once called the torture video, but I'm sure all of you know it better as the bed of nails. Now, of course, the Freak Show Deluxe doesn't bring you just any bed of nails. Oh no, my friends, this is a bed of nearly 400 8-inch long, sharp steel spikes. All steel, all real, and quite dangerous. I'm going to look out into the crowd out here. I need to get a volunteer. You in the red hat. Will you be so kind to come on up here? No? Okay, he says no. No, it has to be an adult. It has to be an adult. How about you? You look fairly sober. Come on up here. Give a big round of applause, everybody. I'm going to bring him on up here. Excellent. Well done. All right, come on up. How you doing, man? Good to see you. What's your name, brother? Nate? Nate, everybody. Give Nate a big round of applause. Stand right over here next to me. Now, Nate, I need you to tell everybody whether or not these are really real sharps. Take your hand, open palm, just carefully, gently place it against all the nails. Verify. Oh yeah, they're really sharp, aren't they? Oh yeah. Now, how many have you ever seen this act perform before? On TV, probably, like Chris Angel. He fakes it, ladies, everything. Here we go. Here's how a real performer does it, all right? Now watch this. First of all, I'm going to lie this carefully, gently down on the ground, like so. Then your right Reverend Tommy Gunn, your minister of macabre, your person of the phantasmagorical, the apostle, the appalling, the vicar of victimization, the pastor of the past, certainly object of your affections, is going to lay down all the bed of nails right here. My full, not unsubstantial weight, pressed upon these nearly 408-inch long, sharp steel spikes, body and mind working together in conjunction of concentration to overcome not just the pain, but the injury as well. If one loss of concentration, one mistake, bam! My body slides down to my flesh, rests against the bare wood. 8 inches of sharpened steel piercing its way through my entire body. The little sharp point sticking out of the top of me in a great bloody mess. It would be gruesome. And what's more, it will ruin your shoes as you stand on top of me, adding your weight to mine. Sound good? You'll be good. All right, here's what's going to happen. Once I'm down on there, stand right up, so your toes are right up against the wood, okay? Then you're going to take your left foot, so that one right there. Then, no, because you'll do it from here, because I'll be lying here. You're going to take your left foot right there, and then you're going to step right here. Not here, here. Not here! All right. And then Dakota and Maz will help balance you, but then we'll have the audience count to 3, and on 3, just step up. Put your right foot next to your left foot. Wave. All your friends and family taking photos and videos right down there. Excellent. We can put it on Christmas cards. All right. Is that good? Don't try to be nice about it. Don't try to be gentle. I know pain. All right. I was married once. All right. Get him ready if you would be so kind. Layles, I'm going to put this right here. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? All right. Here we go. First down on the bed. On the bed of nails. Step up nice and close. One foot right here, not here. Here. Go right ahead. You got it, brother. There we go. And on the count of 3, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen. Get off me. And what's up? You can see the indentation of every nail on my back, but my friends, no holes, no blood. You don't believe me? Buy me a drink after the show. See if I leak from anywhere. I'm your impervious, your impenetrable right Reverend Tommy Gunn. Give my big assist and big round of applause. Big out. There you go. Well done. Grab a prize out of the bucket, my friend. You deserve it for sure. Now keeping it moving. I know some of you folks. Another big round of applause for him, please. It's really good. Now, I know some of you are disappointed you didn't get to volunteer yet for the show. I'll tell you what, before the show is over, every single one of you will have an opportunity to come up on this stage and become a part of our show. Does that sound fun? I thought you might like that. Now, though, it's time for me to tell you a little story about my sister, Dakota. Now, Dakota and I, of course, have known each other our whole lives. And you may not realize that Dakota isn't special just because of the beard. When we were little, one time we were playing outside the field, Dakota, out of the blue, was struck by lightning. The thing was, I don't know if it was the beard or what, but she seemed perfectly fine, completely unhurt. And since that day, she has had this unbelievable ability to channel tens of thousands of volts of electricity through her body and yet feel no pain, suffer no injury. Now you will notice she is removing all of her metal jewelry right now. She took her phone out of her pocket. And she's going to stand on this electric box right here. I'm going to turn it on. Tens of thousands of volts of electricity will immediately begin to surge through her body. Here we go, and it's on. You can hear it humming. You can hear it crackling, but I'll tell you what. If you can't see the electricity going through her body, I have this fluorescent bulb in my hand right here. I want you to watch this. Oh, look at that, my friends. You can see the fluorescent light is turned on by her mere touch. Give her a big round of applause, please. Now, I have something here for the next act, but I wanted to bring it out because lighting up the light bulb is one thing, but I want you to see just how much power is going through her body right now. Ladies and gentlemen, she's able to start a flame out of nowhere. A round of applause, please, for Dakota the Bearded Lady. She is on there, she is. And our electric lady, give it up for her, my friends. Well done. Okay. Now, this is normally the part of the show where we heat things up a little bit. You guys ready to heat things up a little bit? Wait, I didn't hear. I said, are you ready to heat things up a little bit? There's an awful lot of kids interested in fire right now. All right, hold on one second. Let me put the music on. Put your hands together for your freak show deluxe cast. My friends, give it up for Dakota the Bearded Lady. And then give it up for Mads. I'm your host of the show, your right reverend Tommy Gunn. We are home of his own and only freak show deluxe. Now, my friends, I promise an opportunity for every single one of you who wanted to be able to come up on our stage and become a part of our show, all right? And here is how we are going to do it. The ladies are going to bring forth a little thing we like to call the Coffin of Doom. The Coffin of Doom, my friend. A full-size casket. We're going to set it right there in the center of the stage, and then Matt's going to grab a ladder real quick, and then we're going to put her inside the Coffin of Doom. There we go, all right? And once down in it, I'll do the classic thing of have Mads wave at everybody, let them know that she is still in there like so. And then we're going to begin to start inserting a variety of sharp, solid, and dangerous objects that we have. All right, Dakota's going to start out with 3 18-inch wide hardwood solid blades. We put one right there through the hips. There done. Now, my friends, I have to ask you, that's 6 total. Is that enough, or do you still want? More danger it is. All right, let's give it more danger. Because Dakota brought with her 3 sharp steel serrated edge saws. You're a little too excited by it, but that's all right. So, we're going to put each one of those right there. You see each one go in the top. You see it come out the bottom, but no blood, no gore. How is it possible? I don't know. And does that 3, that's 9 total. Is that enough, or do you want? More danger, my friends, and luckily for us, Dakota brought with her 4. Got them 4. Razor sharp, serrated edge machetes. Now she puts each one in there. Take a look again, in through the top, out through the bottom. But no blood, no gore. I know some of you are probably thinking this is a magic trick. No, my friends, I promise no magic, no illusion during the show, and I mean it. What's happened is Mads has twisted and contorted her body around all 13 sharp, solid, and dangerous objects. But I don't expect you to take my word for it. Oh no, how many of you want to come up right now and see for yourselves exactly how Mads does it? Put your hands up high in the air. Put your hands, even if you don't want to, put your hands in the air. Make me feel good. There we go. Now take that hand high in the air. Reach deep down into your pocket or purse, or the pocket or purse of the person next to you. Grab out one single dollar bill, one thin dollar bill, $1 coin, a handful of change, the rest of your cash card that you have, whatever it may be. If all you have is a 5 or a 10, that's fine. We'll make it work. Bring it with you. You're going to stand up. You're going to walk. Don't run. Right over here to this doorway. You're going to put that bill into the bucket that Dakota's holding right there, and then you get to walk out on the stage. You get to look down into the box to see exactly how Mads does it before you walk down here and exit down the stairs. Yes, you can talk to her. Yes, you can take a photo or shoot a video. Yes, we want you to know this is absolutely, positively true. I'm going to turn on the house lights so you can make your way over. So roll up, come one, come all, come big, come small, short and tall, we love them all. Don't be shy, don't walk on by, because if you miss this show, you're gonna cry. Take a good look right there. There we go, and once you've taken a look, you can go ahead and step down there. Now remember, if you pay to come up here and take a look, you don't owe anybody any explanation of what you've seen. You have paid for the privilege to see exactly how the Coffin of Doom is done. They have not. You're wandering off track, but I'll let it go. All right. So come on up. Now, I know some of you are thinking to yourselves, well, I'd like to meet somebody as flexible as Mads. Of course you would. Here's what you want to do. You come in here, bring a $20 bill, write your name and your telephone number on it, then drop it directly into the Coffin of Doom. That will make sure that they get it. Now, before we head out, I do have some exclusive Freak Show Deluxe stickers right up here. They're only $2 if you want to come up to me after the show. We're going to stay up here as long as anyone else is keeping